So, like, two people want to fight. They agreed to people. It doesn't matter if it's men, women. Like, can men and women, it doesn't matter who it is?
I mean, we've had that happen before, but we don't have a lot of women sign up, and mainly women want to fight women. We can't let any like domestic disputes. We can't do that kind of stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Because that's a domestic violence issue, and then we get in trouble with that. So,
Has that been a common request?
No, but it could happen.
Some guys like, I want to beat up my wife. Can I use street beefs? And you're like, no, thank you.
Or she got hit by him, and she's like,
I want
trying
revenge.
to get vengeance.
Right.
What's the weirdest one where you just like, yeah, this isn't happening?
I'm
age
is
sure
a
there's
factor,
more.
so we have to limit age.
Okay.
Obviously, 18 and over. That's got to be. But we've actually had a couple people out here in their 60s. We had a guy that was 67 fight.
I think Jay Money told me he fought somebody who was in their 60s.
Jay Money fought the guy. He was 67. So
I love Jay. Shout out Jay Money.
It was actually that fight that forced us to be like, you know what? We got to put an age limit on this.
What happened?
I mean, it wasn't like bad or anything, but dude got knocked down, and we're just like, I don't want that liability. So.
Yeah. It's just awkward too.
Yeah. Everyone's got this idea in their head, like how good they can fight. And sometimes they get in here and they realize like that idea wasn't accurate.
Yeah. What's the worst example of that you've seen?
Okay, so we had a guy one time, he signed up, and he put himself, we have levels, right? Level 0 to 5. He put himself down as a level 3. And so I assumed, like he's got some amateur fights and all that. And he fought a guy out here named Arm & Hammer, and dude had a nasty head kick knockout.
Ooh.
Like big time. It's viral. And anyway, he decided to do a MMA match that day, and we put those two up against each other. And I don't know if you can see it, you probably can't see it in the camera, but we got a little thing on our wall over there, which is the fastest knockout of all time. It's the top one there.
Looks like 3.772.
3.72 seconds. So, I mean, that's an example of overestimating your ability.
What? Arm & Hammer, that's the name of that guy. What was the guy? Army Hammer?
Army Hammer.
Yeah, he got in some. I was like, did he come out here and fight? Like,
Army
Hammer was the
sick.
guy that was like accused of.
Yeah, he's got a good life going, that guy.
Yeah, he's sorry. I tangent there for a second.
Army Hammer, he's like the male model actor.
Yeah, but he was like
inheriting millions of dollars from the Arm & Hammer company.
Oh,
yeah.
Arm & Hammer, his name is actually Armin. So he gave himself the name Arm & Hammer.
Exactly. So he's like the third or something.
What's the best fight that you've seen out here, though?
Ooh.
Actually, recently, like I did a top 10 fire. So I go by Firechicken, by the way. That's my fight name and my announce name. But Firechicken. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But I'd say so. I did a video like not too long ago that was Firechicken's top 10, and essentially it was I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do remember which one. It was a guy named E Money versus High Speed, and it was just
no relation
to J Money.
No relation at all to J Money. These guys just put on a show, man. It was just a really good match. But I did like my top 10 fights, and that was number 1.
Nice. What makes a great fight?
To me?
Yeah.
Well, everyone's got their own ideas, but to me, a good competitive back and forth, not anyone that is completely overpowering over the other person. I like to see competition. I don't like to see people come in here and just get starched, That's not
starched.
That's wild. I watched some of your videos going, you produce all of them? Like
I do edit all the videos.
Oh,
yeah.
That's like the most impressive
thing. Couple hours a night, like I usually go up around 10 o'clock at night, and I'll sit up there and I'll find the next fight, and I got my way that I do it, the slow motion, the intros, the stats, everything, and
so you book everything, you video everything.
I record in the ring, yeah, I do.
Yeah, and it is the majority of your business just YouTube then? Is that like
pretty
what
much
your bread and butter is?
Yeah, like everything else is just advertising, like the Instagram and the TikTok, Like I throw stuff up on there because it gets eyes on us.
Yeah.
Leads back to the YouTube.
But you've had like issues like collaboration stuff and like it, because this whole like it's confusing. Like there's no.
It can be so, and it depends on the person who wants to collaborate or make their presence known. If somebody wants to come out here and be associated with us or not, and they might not understand really what we represent or who we are, and they don't know if they want to necessarily put their name on it yet. And so that's why when you guys come out and you check out the setup and I'd really like to get you guys out to an event to check out what the vibe's like.
For sure.
That'd be fun. Just coming out here was like this.
There's an energy of just being in the ring where like,
yeah.
Your heart starts pumping a little.
You don't fight at all, though?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, dude. I actually started fighting back in like 2004.
Yeah, I watched a video, but I figured like you stopped once you started doing. Are you still actively fighting?
I fought a few months ago. A couple months ago. Yeah, dude. I train with these guys and everything, man.
That's sick.
I go and I spar with them. I go to gyms.
Is that how you got the name Firechicken?
Fighting, yeah.
What's the origin there?
You guys walked by the car when you came in the Trans Am.
Oh yeah.
So you know how they got the bird on the hood?
Uh-huh.
That slang term for that is a fire chicken. So when I was coming up in mixed martial arts back in like 2009, I was with my coach and we were trying to figure out a name, and we knew that I was like really into Firebirds like the whole time I've ever driven. So it's like Firechicken.
Firechicken
Strikes fear into everybody that hears it,
I love it.
Is it a T-top too?
It is.
Yeah, those are fucking sick, man. That was Dazed and Confused. Like they had that car in that movie. It was sick, dude.
Hell yeah.
I had a buddy who had a T-top, and he had two girls in the car one time, and they were like sitting outside the window, and then he like turned too hard, like he was going too fast, and he turned, and one girl flew right out the window. I think of that every time I see a T-top.
Probably why you don't see any T-tops anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, if you like that video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow our page for new weekly content.